One of the main reasons I chose to come to Lake Tahoe is mountain biking. I'm probably on one of the most epic journeys right now. It's so cool. I'm at Spooner Summit on the Tahoe Rim Trail. The trail leads right to the oldest bar in Nevada. It's Genoa Bar. You could just see yourself here in 1851 where you arrived and you saddled, you roped up your horse and walked in, and this is what you had. The cool thing for me is the mountain bike trail ends right at the bar, literally about 100 yards away. So you're able to ride right there. And but even if you're not a mountain biker, you want to hike this trail. It's about 16 miles, so it's a long hike, but it's doable. Or even if you want to go by car and check out Genoa. It's really a cool old place, the oldest settlement in Nevada. But back to the destination, I'm heading to Genoa Bar. Can't keep looking around the scenery too much. We're going to Genoa, and it's still another 10 miles. But the next 10 miles is a lot of downhill stuff. So that's more fun and a little faster. This ride is October 10th, 2018. And man, if you want to come a little after October 10th, you're probably risking it, because it could snow up here any week now. And when it snows, it snows. There's like 10 foot of snow up here. So you really are pushing it anytime after mid-October. So I kind of lucked out in a way. This could be snow right now. But the snow is so deep and cold up here that it sometimes doesn't melt till July. So you really got to check your weather, really look it over before you commit to doing big-time mountain bike adventures like this one, because you might not even be able to do half the stuff you thought you were going to do. There is wild animal out here. Hopefully not for me. But here's bear. If you see, I'm told that they don't attack. They're afraid of you. But man, if you come up on a bear and he's running at you, you're not going to outrun him even on a downhill on your mountain bike. Unless you're really good and it's a fast downhill section. Otherwise, he's going to catch you. So I stand your ground, make yourself big. Put your bike over your head if needed, and try to scare them. That's your best chance. But the good news is there are very few bear attacks. The locals laugh when you talk about it. So nobody really, they're afraid of you. So I kind of almost want to see one. You don't want to ride 100% really, as tempting as it might be, especially some of these downhills. You really hit it like a motocross track, but you can't. You got to go 80% really. And then you got to save the bike. That's really important. Make sure it's maintained well. You're going to hit razor rocks, of course, but man, try to dodge as many as you can. Try to be easy on the bike. Be smart about saving the bike. A lockout, a full suspension bike is really needed. You could do it on hardtail, but I'd say get a full suspension. It's so much better. And then use the lockout in the rear especially to climb some of these hills. It's really nice to be able to lock that rear shock, and you could less bob and less inertia. You're not using up as much energy. Each pedal pump is making the bike go forward, not up and down. So that's nice to have. Yeah, there is some hill to climb. There's always going to be hill to climb if you're riding Tahoe, but this journey is mostly downhill, so it's pain and pleasure, more pleasure than the pain. If you're going to try it, if you're going to try to mountain bike this or anywhere on a long journey, make sure you pack a bunch of stuff in your pack. I have water hydration on my back and plenty of tools, chain, lots of flat tire preventative stuff. I want to go with more air in your tires than usual, and try your best to pick good lines so you're not cutting your tire up. Don't want to be stranded out here. I have 2 extra tubes. I have all kinds of tire repair kit stuff, air pump, CO2 cartridges. Definitely want to have tubeless tires. A tube is no good. You gotta have tubeless tires with stands, tire sealant. Don't even try to get the cheap stuff. Stands is the best on the market. You're gonna need it. It'll stop flats. It's a mandatory. I wouldn't even go up here with tubes. Stop and take a look at Tahoe. Yeah, it's good. There's a famous bench up here. Now you're talking. How cool is this? Even when you put the bike down, if there's nothing to lean against, be careful. You don't want to wreck your derailleur or anything by putting it down on a rock. Save the bike. How cool is this? Someone made this bench here. You get a look at the bike if you want. Full suspension. It's got carbon fiber. I love my bike. Check out the rest of the Tahoe Rim Trail as I traversed into who knows what, because this is my first time on this area of the TRT. So you never know what's around the bend, and that's what makes this so fun. But here, it's just hundreds and hundreds of miles of epic, incredible mountain bike terrain with incredible views like you see everywhere along the way. As you can see, this, if you don't get out on these trails, whether you're walking it or biking it like me, you don't get a chance to see this kind of beauty. You're down there where it's kind of noisy and still beautiful, but there's something about the silence up here and the views. It's worth it. Get your hiking boots on and at least hike. But man, you can cover a lot of ground on this mountain bike. That's why I dig the biking way more. See that? Sierra Canyon Trail, no motor vehicles. And the picture is a little motorcycle. I don't think they mean e-bikes, but I think they do mean e-bikes. It's yeah, they don't want you on an e-bike. I'm not on an e-bike, but I love e-bikes. I own one. And I don't really agree, but I can see where they're coming from. E-bikes are fast. They don't want speed. And I don't think it's so much of us ruining the trail. Basically, this e-bike is the same thing as a mountain bike, especially if you're a lightweight rider. On an e-bike, it's the same darn thing. Same tires. There's no throttle. You're not roosting terrain up. So I think they're smart enough by now to know what an e-bike really is. It's a pedal assist. It lets you get up hills a little bit better than if you're not a supreme athlete to get up some of these hills in the hard to climb areas. So it's a tough one. Meanwhile, they're selling e-bikes like crazy everywhere, especially in Tahoe. Sport LTD right by Heavenly Village in downtown South Lake Tahoe. They're all about selling e-bikes, but they do not want you riding them on most of the trails. So no e-bikes, darn it. But I am a believer of e-bikes. I own one. I've got one where I'm going right now. I'm going to pick up that e-bike and I'm going to ride it back to my car. I'm using it as a shuttle service for myself. So, yeah, if you got an e-bike, you don't get to ride these trails. Not yet. I think that'll change. You probably get to see more of the scenery than me. You got to really concentrate on the trail. You can't look at the scenery. You go over the edge. But this is the Sierra Canyon. Just coming off the Tahoe Rim Trail onto the Sierra Canyon Trail. So take that to the Discovery Trail, which will go down to the oldest city in Nevada. Genoa. You gotta be on your toes, pay attention, you'll be fine. Concentrate on what you're doing. Be in the right gear. Keep your momentum. Don't let your front tire wash out. A little bumpy. I read a lot of people walk their bike through this part of this because it's just too bumpy. Knocks the fillings out of your mouth. I'm not walking my bike though. I got a nice Scott mountain bike with great suspension. And I ride ATVs my whole life. So these rocks are nothing. Tight switch pedal, let me try. Okay, not scared. All right. Hi there. We'll go slow past each other and sounds good. We'll each survive it. Take care. Welcome to the oldest city in Nevada, settlement. Picture it, coming in on your horse and wagon, rolling through this little town, moseying on in to the Genoa Bar right here, and coming up to the bar and having a pint, or probably having whiskey and a shot, and then trying to stay warm, and then heading back to the wilderness. Boy, we got it good today. Wasn't easy, but man, was it fun. And I'm here at the destination where I was trying to get to, the oldest bar in Nevada. I'm in Genoa, the oldest settlement in Nevada, and they've kept it going all these years. How cool is that? I'm about to have a beer. What a great thing to be able to ride your bike from Spooner Summit all the way to Genoa, and some great terrain, and like as you can see in some of this footage, some awesome scenery, wildlife, the silence of the area. Just can't get better. Love this place out west. Look at that.